Hey everybody, welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Nick.
And I'm Chris.
And tonight we are sort of celebrating our origins here.
Yeah.
It's been about 3 years since we started the show, and we're going back to our first episode. We are revisiting Godzilla, the original Japanese classic, the mother of all kaiju.
Yeah.
Which I think there were a couple before this, but it doesn't matter. They don't matter.
Yeah, no. This is the one.
It's the
we redid. Good God, we redid this because we now have a format to the show, which we did not have.
We did not
when we did this show. We probably didn't have the format for probably I'm going to say a good 7 or 8 episodes, if maybe not 1 or 2 more. Yeah.
But we come back for Godzilla with a vengeance, and there's wait till you get to the better known as. That's a trip. But anyway, we have a blast talking about this movie that we absolutely love, and we hope you guys enjoy listening. And thanks for sticking around for 3 years.
Yeah, we have new shit brewing. We got at least 3 more years left in us. At least
before one of us dies.
Yeah. Well, let's not be. We got maybe a year before one of us dies, but we could coast for another 2 after that. There's going to be memorials.
Oh
we'll do best of shows where we just put out shit. Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. All right, guys. Big Dumb Monsters talking about Godzilla. Enjoy the show.
It's a perfect night for mystery and horror. The air itself is filled with monsters.
We're just doing a last minute adjustment.
Pardon me while we adjust ourselves.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It is Monday night. It is pretty much almost on the dot, our 3-year anniversary. We are a couple days
goddamn
short.
Close.
Yeah. So why not?
Hey, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, boo. Why not bring it all back to where we all started this fucking thing?
Yeah.
With episode 1. And the goddamn king of the monsters.
King.
Yeah. Gojira, for those in the know.
Yeah.
Godzilla for you American folk.
Yep.
But yeah, no, let's try that again.
Wow. You all right?
Let's try that again.
Did you have a stroke today?
Several, probably.
Sing the alphabet songs. I know you didn't.
We re-watched the original 1954 Godzilla.
We did, and it was just as good this time around.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I was I feel like we just watched this. I mean, again, it was 3 fucking years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
I'm I don't know how into it I'm gonna be. No, I'm right back into it again.
Yeah, every time.
This is a really, really good movie. So much better than the American one. I'm almost upset at myself for having watched the American one for so long and not the original one.
Well, because for the longest time, you really didn't have that much access to the original.
It's true. I think the original version wasn't available maybe even until the 2000s. It was
pretty close. You could get bootlegs and you could get it. You could get imports and stuff.
Yeah, but not generally.
It wasn't a wide release.
Yeah. Not until not that long ago.
Yeah, I want to say it was 2005 5-ish.
That sounds about, because I want to say I remember like sitting at my desk at work, like reading about it, like on a news website.
Yeah.
So like that would have been, it would have had to have been after like 2005.
Yeah, unless it was just like a massive re-release.
Yeah.
That we got around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God, what a fucking good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Like kind of a dark movie too. Like really dark movie.
Yeah. I mean, we have gone on record, even our first episode, like this is not campy giant monster movie. This is a serious movie.
Yeah.
It just happens to have a giant monster in it, which I think is probably my favorite of these style movies. As much as I love, giant monsters just wreaking havoc on a city, beating the shit out of each other. It's so fun to watch, but there's nothing there. It's all like
it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was actually thinking about that specifically when I was watching this movie, like the difference between a movie like this and a movie where it is just a bunch of monsters like fighting each other. While that can be fun, like I think generally these are the better movies where it's just one monster.
100%. Well, we had the perfect example. Was it last year, earlier this year? Like a combination of the two.
Yeah.
So you had -1 and you had Godzilla Kong.
Yeah.
Like they're
complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Both amazing.
Yeah. Both, like, I mean, you have Godzilla X Kong, which is a super fun Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
And then you have, Godzilla -1, which is a super serious like movie that happens to have a monster.
You have to dedicate yourself to watching that, because like it's so heavy and so dark and so well sculpted to be this like impactful, emotional thing. And then you don't even realize this is a giant monster movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And like sometimes you're in the mood for that. Sometimes you're in the mood for, monsters go boom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like, and they're both completely valid, but serious ass dark monster movie is what I want most of the time. Like, that's just more my speed.
I could see that. I'm
not all the time.
Yeah. I might lean a little bit more towards fun monster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do. But that's maybe like a 60-40 split.
But we're just wired a little different.
Yeah.
Like that's more your speed. This kind of thing is more my speed. Both valid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like it stands out for me, like
I want to see something else too. I was thinking of something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just examples of the ones that I really, really dig on, like obviously the original Gojira.
-1.
Even Colossal, like didn't really do like the thing for me.
Yeah.
But like that's more of the style of movie that I like. Howl from Beyond the Fog, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like just
that was good. That's also going back to our old days. I think that was like episode
like 5, 6
maybe. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because 3 was The Blob, 4 was Candyman.
Yeah.
Was 5 Howl from Beyond the Fog, or was 5 Aliens?
I think 5 might have been Howl from Beyond the Fog.
Yeah.
It's within the first 10.
Yeah.
But I was handing that movie out to buddies at work who are, like kind of into monster movies, but they're just kind of movie buffs. And like,
okay, I for some reason I thought even the names like sank up between Godzilla and Godzilla -1, but they don't. Never mind.
I think there's a couple.
No. I thought Ogata was one of them, but it's not. That's what I was just looking at. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's really cool. But like, I was just talking about Howl from Beyond the Fog. How I was like loaning it out at work, because nobody's ever heard of that fucking movie for starters. Yeah. And then everybody who watched it was like, "This is amazing." And my one buddy was like, "I watched it on mushrooms." Like, good choice, I think. I think that was a solid choice.
Yeah, like where you're going.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm just a bigger fan of the serious tone,
Yeah.
which is why this is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And this is a very serious movie with serious consequences. You know, it's not just like, oh, the monsters are destroying, quote, the city.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching the people suffer in this. Like, this is flashbacks to, you know, 10 years earlier for them, you know?
Yeah. And I think I mentioned this when we did this the first time. There's a couple of times in this movie where, like, you almost expect all of the actors to just break the fourth wall and, like, look at the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
You?
Yeah. Like, you know, if we use this weapon, it might, like, something might really, really, you know, bad might happen. Like, we'd have to be very, very responsible with such a weapon.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I don't think they ever expected this to hit American audiences.
Yeah, probably not.
Because there weren't very many movies before this that crossed over.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe some artsy stuff, but that's probably about it. You know?
That's it. Like, I think I covered it in trivia, which we'll get to in a little while. But I think like 2 Kurosawa movies came over before anything else, really. I mean, Japanese cinema is just, you know, not something Americans wanted.
Yeah. Oh man. What else? Like, not even what else. I mean, there's so much to talk about with this.
Yeah. Oh, it's endless.
I really do love how this movie, like, does, like, the Jaws thing. Although you can say Jaws does the Godzilla thing, where you don't see the monster for a good chunk of the movie. Like, they're building tension. You know, this thing is huge. You know, it's unstoppable, and like, you just don't know what it's going to look like.
Mm-hmm. And then, unfortunately, when you first see it,
that seems a little rough. Yeah,
it's a little goofy.
Yeah,
it's a little goofy.
It looks like a Rankin Bass Christmas special, like with the stop motion, like, you know, like thing, like looking over the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does. It fucking.
Listen, it's not a perfect movie.
It's 1954 and it's in Japan. Like,
it's
you know,
not,
cut them a little slack.
It's not perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. They were getting the formula down.
But that aside, like, some of the other shots of, like, Godzilla just destroying Tokyo are really, really awesome. Like,
yeah, the miniature work in this was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, there's later movies where the miniature work is trash.
Yeah. Just like the shots of, like, you know, just Godzilla slowly moving through fucking burning Tokyo. Like, that's actually on fire,
it's
too. Like,
fucking ominous.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why this movie has such a legacy and why it became the phenomena that it became.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's so well crafted.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know, atomic age, giant monster, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it hasn't become the parody of itself that everybody kind of, like, associates it with. Like,
right.
You know?
No, it's like there's actual substance. There's actual consequences to the destruction. There's an actual storyline. There's actual characters that you give a shit about. And they just, like...
Oh, there it is. Sorry, folks.
The further they get on in the years with this, like, the further they get away from all of that.
Yeah.
To the point where they get to just, like, we just need an excuse for monsters to fight.
Yeah, to the point where it's like a goofy kids movie by the time you get to, like, Godzilla vs. Megalon and stuff, where you have monsters talking to each other. And
yeah. I'm trying, like, what was even the third Godzilla movie?
It was Godzilla Raids Again was the second one.
That's the second one, yeah.
Could it have been Godzilla vs. Mothra?
I don't think so. Arthur, look that up for me, please.
Wait. What am I looking up?
What?
Third Godzilla movie.
That's not how you spell third.
Maybe in Norway.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't. Godzilla movies?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh, Wikizilla is confirming that you're human.
King Kong vs. Godzilla? 1962?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because it did kind of go away for a while. Yeah. Godzilla vs. Mothra was 1964. Damn.
Yeah.
You know, I did not realize that. That's the third Godzilla movie. That's fucking crazy.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's when they were like, all right, let's go a little crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you kind of get the Showa era stuff. Like that's kind of the birth of it.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah, they really like I've actually never seen Godzilla Raids Again. So I don't know how serious that movie is.
I have. It's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not this movie.
Yeah. Were they just trying to like recreate the phenomena?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. They really should have put a little bit of effort into the like where this Godzilla came from.
Yeah.
Like it's really just, oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Like fucking, and that's it. That's all you get.
What are we actually on? Like our fourth, like physical Godzilla? Like,
no,
gotta be more than that, right?
Yeah, it's definitely more than that. Because I want to say we went through like at least 2 or 3 in the 90s.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. There's the one, like the one that dies in the first one.
Yeah.
There's the second one, which I believe is like the one that like it lives through
for
the
a
Showa
while.
era. Yeah. And then I think in like the 80s, maybe like that one dies. Because I want to say when it rebooted, like in the 90s, like then like that's when you get like a different looking Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like, and that was like a different, like, you know, different one. That one I think lived through Godzilla vs. Destroya.
Okay.
And then like Godzilla Jr. I think takes over from there.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's kind of convoluted, and like that one even may die like in the next movie. It's that one I think is not around.
It's
long.
too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Let's see. Yeah, this is the Odo Island scene.
Yeah.
You know, that name is in common between the two. But yeah, it's just destroyed. It could be a fucking hurricane for all you know. Like, you know, it's just everything's destroyed and you just don't see everything's dark. There's just noise and nobody knows what the fuck is happening. Like,
Yeah, it's just absolute.
think about how terrifying that would be.
Absolute destruction.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't be like, oh, it must be a giant monster destroying everything. Like, you
obviously
wouldn't know
not.
what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, then you find out the whole fucking island is irradiated.
Yeah.
So, like, you add on top of that, what the fuck is doing that? So you get all this cool mystery. Like, if you don't know that there's a giant monster movie until the monster actually shows up, you're working on a mystery. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, can you imagine like having that shock like for the first time? Well, probably not even that because it's on the poster and shit. Like,
Yeah.
damn. But if they would have kept that under wraps, like,
Yeah.
having the movie, this giant fucking monster emerges, like,
It'd be so cool.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I was actually watching this with Ollie, and he was like kind of getting into it. It's in Japanese.
it's
and
black and white
subtitles,
movie. He has
and-
to read, like, yeah.
He wasn't like super into it until the monster shows up, and then he was pretty invested,
yeah.
which is fairly normal for that age range. You
Got
know
to
what
get
I
him
mean?
hooked in somehow. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. He'll appreciate that stuff. The speaking later on.
Yeah, yeah. He'll get to the point where the story is something he wants more than the monsters fighting, or maybe he just wants the monsters fighting forever. I don't know. But yeah, my kids love all the new stuff. Ben went through a phase where he was watching like all of the new stuff, like starting with the Bryan Cranston
Yeah,
Godzilla and like going forward from there.
yeah.
Watching each of those like 2 or 3 fucking times in a rip.
Oh, man, I do love King of the Monsters.
It's so good.
Well, like we're saving that for a special episode. Like it's gonna be fun when we do that one.
Yeah.
I do want it to be like a live episode. I think.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can do that. We can fucking work on that.
We are working on that. Like, let's see.
So I'm going straight to jail.
What did you do?
she's actually talking about, because I said, where's the grammar police in the comments? Because there was a typo in another comment I made, nobody corrected it.
This is my favorite scene in the whole movie. Sad bastard fucking Sarazawa.
Wearing sunglasses and an eye patch.
Dressed like Japanese Richard Belzer. Fucking everybody's throwing streamers and cheering. And nope, he's just standing there sad as hell.
Yeah. Sad, sweating.
Kind of fucking gothy, kind of new wave.
He's like, man, I know that in 30 years there's going to be a band called the Smiths.
And if I lived through this movie, I know I would love them.
I don't like the Smiths.
Yeah, my opinion.
I'm not a Morrissey
overrated.
guy.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few songs I dig, but like,
Sure.
yeah.
Much more of a Cure guy. Don't.
I don't know. Let's see. What else can we say? I mean, fuck, I do love this movie. It is very fucking dark. Like I said, like, I mean, while we're on Sarazawa, like that is a very dark storyline. Like,
Oh yeah.
where I mean, like he basically has to kill himself to make sure that this thing can never be used again.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene where he's like, you know, even if I burn my notes, like it's still in my head. Like if I can be convinced to do it one time, like
Yep.
I can be convinced to do it again.
Yeah.
Like he knows he's going to die. Like at the end of this, and like,
Can you imagine the weight of that? Like you're a scientist, you're following the science, you discover this just like astronomically powerful, just death. I don't know what even was that? What, like the oxygen destroyer? Like what is it?
He said it like he kind of describes it a little bit. He says it destroys all the oxygen in the water.
Yeah.
So everything
But is it
suffocates.
but that's the thing. Is it like a machine? Is it a chemical component?
It's a chemical.
Chemical.
And then like with no oxygen, it's just dihydrogen, which I think would be in like an acid maybe or something. That's why everything just dissolves. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, like that whole thing, like, so he's not a violent, crazy, psycho, mad scientist. He's just doing science.
responsible, yeah.
Yeah. And then he finds this like insane way to just destroy shit. Carries the burden of that forever. And then has to use it to save the city and kill himself at the same fucking time, so that
it can't be used again.
It can't destroy more life.
Yeah,
like that's ridiculous. Like, not in a bad ridiculous. I mean, like just the weight of that is ridiculous.
Yeah. If I don't do this, like something very bad, is going to happen.
It just even like I don't want to just keep sucking this movie's dick, but like
it's a great movie.
It's such a great movie, and like just the cinematography of everything, like the shot setups, like when it needs to be super tight and close and intense, it is, and then they give it room to breathe with these nice wide shots. Because you get a lot of movies that are like they either want to be one or the other.
Yeah,
you know, like everything has to be super intense and up close and like right in your face, or
God, here it comes.
Yeah. Or they're just like everything needs to be super wide and artistic and you know, get all the landscape, and like this is like the perfect ratio of like both. Oh man. Like the first time you see Godzilla, he actually doesn't look like that through the rest of the fucking movie.
Yeah, you're right. No, it looks different.
Like, and I think that's because it's got to be like a fucking hand puppet when it's coming over the fucking hill, because you can actually see it like it moves all fucking goofy.
Yeah. Oh God, this does not look good.
No, that didn't age very well, but All this does, like
Everybody
the
running
human
in panic, yeah.
the human panic, yeah.
Because like what the fuck? We're running up a hill with sticks, and like some of us have rifles. There's nothing we can do to this thing.
No, Jesus Christ, no. Yeah, come on, like that looks like trash, but
Looks like a Sesame Street character. Like,
just without the fur.
yeah, be like the River Bottom Nightmare Band or something. Like,
Oh man, the Odo Island River Nightmare Band.
all right, I don't remember. We should have like looked up what we probably didn't even rate this movie. We had to have rated.
We had to have rated it.
Yeah.
I thought about going back and listening.
I don't want to influence what I'm saying now, though. Like, yeah, I might listen to it at some point after I listen to this, maybe.
Yeah, just to see how we compared.
Yeah. And how we've grown.
Oh,
yeah.
Our standards have increased. Or not. See, feet and drag marks. Guys, hung.
Yeah, huge fucking Godzilla dong into the ocean.
Dongzilla. All right, yeah, let's
man, remember when dinosaurs looked like this in books?
Yeah.
I remember having books like when I was a kid that had dinosaurs that looked like this shit.
Yeah. Now they look fucking rad.
Yeah. Tyrannosauruses all look like this, like standing up straight.
We had the shittiest of dinosaurs.
Yeah. Or like iguanodons, like they had the horns were on their hands, so like spiked thumbs. And somebody's like, wait a minute, this is fucking stupid.
That should be on their feet.
These go on their head. Yeah. I wish I still had that book. It was, like iguanodons and like also standing up straight.
Yeah.
And like has like hands with like fingers and then like spikes for thumbs.
They did the same for raptors.
Yeah.
All right, let's rate the original fucking Godzilla. I'll go first. This is am I just rating it as a movie-ass movie?
We could do two.
We can do the 2 scale?
We could do 2 scale, yeah.
2 scale. Movie-ass movie? 8. Fucking monster movie? 9.5.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm gonna go 2, I'm almost there. Like the 9.5, I agree on for a monster movie. Like,
yeah,
I really think this like it's. I don't want to make it sound like shitty. Like give it like a qualifier, but like I think you have to reach a level of mature. Well, even if you don't, like you said with Ollie watching it, like he's not really into the speaking parts, but when the monster's on. Boom, he's in.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not like, even if you're not like old enough or like, appreciative enough of like the artistic parts of it, if you're there for the monster stuff, you've got that. Like the scenes with the monster are amazing.
Yeah. It's not as, full of monster as, later movies, but
yeah,
you got to start somewhere.
Giving it a movie grade though, I think I'm going to go a little higher with a 9.
Yeah,
just because like this is 1954, like, and again, this is Japan. This is less than 10 years after the entire island has been just completely decimated.
Yeah,
and like to be able to put out like something on this level of artistic fucking. I mean, to this day, it's fucking, 70 years old. We're still talking about it. Like, we're talking about it for the second time on this show.
Yeah.
There's still things to be said about it. Like, I think it's an incredible, like, artistic feat. Like, I mean, really, like, just technically, like, from making, again, for 1954, making shit look this good on probably very limited resources. Like,
yeah,
outstanding. So yeah, I'd give it a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. We'll actually get into what it costs to make this movie.
All right.
In the trivia, which we will do right now.
The new button worked too.
Ooh.
Link the sound effects and the cameras to the one button.
Nice. I need to move my camera though.
Oh, I got you.
All right. Get me then.
Oh, nope.
Wrong way. There it is. Beautiful. All right. This is the part where I pretend I can read. And it's going to be really bad because there's a lot of Japanese names in here. All right. Toho's sound department tried numerous animal roars for Godzilla, but felt they were unsuitable for an animal of such immense size. The film's music director, Akira Ifukube, came up with Godzilla's roar by rubbing a coarse resin-coated leather glove and up and down the strings of a contrabass, like a double bass, stand-up bass, and reverberating the recorded sound. Also, Godzilla's thunderous footsteps were made by beating a kettle drum with a knotted rope.
Huh. All right.
Old school Foley work.
There's Donner on cue, ruining this show.
Yeah, like he does. Stop motion animation was rejected for this film because of the amount of time it would take. Special effects director E.G. Tsuburaya.
Oh, buddy.
Tsuburi. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good with names. Leave me alone.
EJ.
Yeah. E.T. Sincerely wanted to use this method, but he faced the grim reality that there was not enough people in Japan with enough experience in this technique, and that Toho would never give him the time he needed to do their because of their tight production schedules. He had to pioneer the technique of suitmation, which would make the production more feasible, though no less difficult. One of the benefits of this method was in depicting Godzilla's enormous size, since if a stop-motion puppet had been used, it would have required miniatures at a much smaller scale, resulting in less detail and destruction. That's it.
Think about how crazy this kind of is. Like,
there was a little bit of stop motion in this.
Yeah. But the reason we don't have a stop motion monster, the reason there's an entire genre spawned from this movie is because nobody in Japan from 1945 on has time to work on things like stop motion or again, artistic stuff.
Well, it's not even to put it from 1945 on. It's just
in this, not ever forward, but in this, it's less than 10 years and they're still rebuilding.
Well, they're still rebuilding, but had Japan ever done stop motion?
True, yeah. But I'm just saying, at that point, there's not as many people who would be working on artistic stuff, who would be working on artistic endeavors,
right,
because they're dead, or because they're nobody has everybody's kind of being forced to work on rebuilding the country, basically.
Right. Yeah. I don't quote me on this because I'm not a super history buff, but I want to say people actually were in favor of people doing artistic endeavors after the fact to try to get some normalcy back into everyday life.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like I said, don't quote me on that, but I want to say there was a government agency kind of involved in that.
All right.
That could be total bullshit, but I could have swore I heard that somewhere.
I love how the algorithm of IMDb must be working, because as we have the Godzilla IMDb page up, and there's been preview cycling. The one for Chernobyl is on right now.
Oh,
yeah. Keeping it in theme. All right.
Dope. Radiation Nation, baby.
Yeah.
All right. This film would have been the third most expensive Japanese film at the time of its release, behind Seven Samurai and Samurai Musashi Miyamoto, both from 1954, all three of which were produced by Toho. It should be noted, however, that the starting budget of Godzilla was greater than that of the two samurai films, but those two films would ultimately go extremely over budget. Throughout the golden age of Japanese films in the 1950s and early 1960s, Toho's monster and science fiction films would become some of the studio's most expensive productions, with Toho only being able to afford to make such costly productions because of their ability to sell said films overseas to foreign markets.
Yeah.
So, us jackasses wanting to see giant monsters smashing buildings.
Gaijin like monster movies, yeah. So we
paid for more of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The film's opening scene was inspired by the real-life Lucky Dragon No. 5 incident, where the crew and cast of the Japanese fishing boat of that name was contaminated by radioactive fallout from the United States Castle Bravo hydrogen bomb test, the detonation of the first such bomb. This event generated much controversy in Japan, especially after the death of the ship's radio man. It also served as a major influence on the film, with its original script making the connection even more explicit by opening on a scene in which a contaminated lifeboat ominously arrives on shore with the entire crew missing. Which I kind of like that they kept most of the real life tragedy out of it. They hint, they speculate, but that makes it timeless. You know what I mean? Obviously, if they said, this is from America bombing us, blah blah blah, they're well within their rights to do that, and they would be correct to do that. But the fact that they leave it kind of hinted at makes it more could be anytime, could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Gets rid of my guilt, Let's see here. Where are we? During Godzilla's... Nope.
Yeah,
Hold on, I skipped one. In 2004, the year of his 50th anniversary, Godzilla was given a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I've been to there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you look at the Godzilla star?
I have a picture of it on my phone.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Good for you. Let's see here. During Godzilla's rampage throughout downtown Tokyo, one of the buildings he destroys is the old Nichigeki Theater. After his tail smashes into it, this is said to have frightened several viewers who tried to run out of the theater. And that's how you know some people are just stupid.
Yeah.
Some
people are just goddamn dumb.
Dog, that's a movie.
Yeah, it's not actually happening right now.
Yeah. Let's see. The troops going to the coast to face Godzilla were actual Japanese self-defense force troops. They were on maneuvers when Honda shot the footage of them.
Huh, all right.
Yeah. I kind of dig that. I mean, seems a little unnecessary, but they didn't have to pay actors.
Yeah.
So that probably brought the cost way down. Director John Carpenter is a fan of this film and has said, I first saw Godzilla in 1956 at the tender age of 8. Something about that film filled me with a somber dread, not the monster destroying Tokyo, but the overall tone, an underlying sadness, a sense of grief and horror. Japan is the only nation to suffer atomic bombs dropped on 2 of its cities, and Godzilla gave powerful expression to this emotion, this emotional ambiance disguised as a giant monster movie.
Yeah.
Perfectly said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave it to John Carpenter. Let's see, moving on here. This film's release was such a success that it has been estimated that 11% of the entire Japanese population went to see it during its first run. To this day, it remains the 22nd most attended film in the history of Japanese box office and the second most attended film in the series overall. Second most?
Huh.
I wonder what the first would be.
Yeah. Maybe it's one of the newer ones if they're counting the MonsterVerse, just because it would have a wider release.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Shin Godzilla was huge. I don't think it would maybe.
Maybe.
Because it was re-released, it had its run extended.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be the one.
Yeah. Not Shin Godzilla, -1, I mean, sorry. I did
Well,
say
the
-1.
trivia fact was probably in there long before that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Originally, there was a flashback scene in the film showing Emiko and Serizawa as teenagers that was to explain their relationship. However, the scene was cut because it was felt that it slowed down the film. I kind of would like that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely a connection there. I thought, like, she just, cared for him, like, because she knew him. Like, like, obviously she's with the other dude, but, like, she obviously cares for him, too. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would have been cool to have a little something more. Because, like, it's not like this movie feels slow. I mean, maybe a little, but, like...
Not even, like...
I didn't feel like I was like, Jesus Christ, when is this going to be over?
Yeah, no.
It's, what, 94 minutes, maybe?
Let's see, we're 58 left, and we are... it's about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. Which is fine. Like, you could tack on another 5-10 minutes, and I would not complain.
Yeah, not at all.
While the United States Castle Bravo hydrogen bomb test conducted on Bikini Atoll, one of the Marshall Islands in the South Pacific, in March of 1954, is often thought to be the real-life event that both awakened and mutated Godzilla. The film never mentions the U.S. directly, and the only veiled reference is to the brief mention of Nagasaki. All right, this is going to be our last trivia fact for the evening. The film cost roughly $900,000 to produce in 1954. In today's money, that would be roughly $9 million.
All right. So -1 was only $6 million more than that, basically, to make.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's crazy to think how cheaply they made -1.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, moving on to the better known as.
I knew you. But you ain't you.
It's going to be brief, man, because, like...
This guy was in Godzilla. That guy was in Godzilla.
Yeah, like, we've done enough of these movies to, like, I just know, without even having to look, everybody's either going to be in either, like, a bunch of other Godzilla movies or a bunch of, like, Kurosawa movies.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like, here we are. But we'll go through a couple of people. Of course, starting off with director Ishiro Honda, who we have talked about extensively over our 3-year run, who we just talked about this month. He is, aside from directing this movie, he also directed The War of the Gargantuas.
Yep.
But he has directed a shit ton of monster movies over the years
that we talked all about.
Yeah. He has clips up to Godzilla vs. Megaguirus in 2000, clips in Godzilla vs. Destroya. The last full-on movie he directed was Godzilla 1985. Aside from that,
what year did that come out?
Believe it or not, 1985.
Me too.
Yeah. I remember wanting to go see that.
I think I broke Arthur.
It stunned me so much. I chance to push the button because I was laughing.
I remember wanting to go see that in the theaters and, of course, not being taken to go see it. Some of the other notable Godzilla movies he directed, Terror of Mechagodzilla in 1975, Godzilla vs. Megalon, which I referenced earlier. Mm-hmm. He directed some Ultraman stuff, Return of Ultraman, 5 episodes of that, Godzilla vs. Gigan, 1972. That's a good one. I dig that one. Godzilla vs. Hedorah, 1971. All Monsters Attack, 1969. And Destroy All Monsters, 1968. King Kong Escapes. Of course, The War of the Gargantuas in 1966. He directed Invasion of the Astro Monster in 1965, which we watched last night in this very room.
We did.
Yeah.
We have problems.
Yeah. Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine, Frankenstein versus Baragon, which is the prequel to War of the Gargantuas, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. You get the drift. He's directed a lot of kaiju movies.
Yeah, all the early bangers.
Yeah, Godzilla versus King Kong versus Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again, I believe. So at least the first 3 movies.
Yeah.
Oh, 4. Mothra vs. Godzilla.
Check out what TJ Lynn had to say.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
know why these movies didn't have more humor? The jokes would bomb.
Ah.
Oh, there it is. Thank you, TJ.
He directed the moon landing. How dare you take work away from Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah. All right, we are going to move on. Up next, Akihiko Hirata. He played Serizawa in this movie. You know what? He was in a bunch of other Godzilla movies.
Was he?
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah. We'll get to one we've heard of at some point.
Are you sure?
This Godzilla 1977 keeps popping up. Is this like a re-release? Yeah, it was colorized re-release in a terrible way.
Of an old negative print.
Yeah. That's right. Raymond Burr's name in this movie is Steve Martin.
Ugh. I hate everything about that. I hate every fucking thing about that. That is a giant Percy Jackson ad.
He was in Zatoichi, The Blind Swordsman, the TV series, 1976. He's also in The Terror of Mechagodzilla in 1975. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in 1974.
Play a different character every time?
Yes. Yep. Like, nobody plays the same character twice in these movies. Anything else worth mentioning? Son of Godzilla, Ultraman, the original series, 1966 through 67, and the movie 1967. Ibira, Horror of the Deep, 1966. Ultra Q, 1966.
Ibira was the crab monster, right?
Yeah, he's a big lobster.
Fucking lame.
He's in Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. King Kong, again, he's in all the Godzilla. Like, everybody's credits are the same.
Yeah.
Like, they're in a bunch of Godzilla movies, and then, like, maybe some Kurosawa stuff. Moving right along, we have Akira Takarada. He was Ogata. Yeah, Hideto Ogata. He was, believe it or not, in a bunch of Godzilla movies over the years. Yeah. Even up to including 2014 Godzilla.
Oh shit.
With Bryan Cranston. He is the Japanese voice of Jafar in the Kingdom Hearts games.
Oh.
He is in Godzilla Final Wars in 2004.
I gotta tell you, I love the cover of Final Wars.
Yeah.
It's just like that,
yeah,
giant, crazy looking Godzilla.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. Looks
dope.
like it's like on a poster you'd get like an airbrush tapestry you'd win at a 1980s fair or carnival or something.
Well, now that's the thing I want.
Yeah.
Somebody get me an airbrush tapestry of fucking Final Wars cover.
Maybe on the side of a van.
Oh.
Godzilla vs. Mothra, The Battle for Earth.
Ooh, I'll get it as a giant back piece tattoo.
When you flex, it looks like Godzilla's warming up to breathe fire. Make his chest puff up. Watch.
Yeah, look at it.
Crap. We're gonna move on. Yeah.
These are the worst because I feel like this segment gets so shortchanged.
Yeah, I'm sure these are all great movies. We're never going to watch any of them. And I guarantee you 99.999% of us have not heard of them.
You mean nobody has heard A Rainbow Plays in My Heart Part 1?
Fuyuki Murakami.
Fuyuki.
Was Professor Tanabe in this movie. Sumo Don't. That was a movie he was in 1992. He was in the 1978 Japanese Spider-Man. I think it was like a whole separate Japanese Spider-Man like series.
There was a mecha Spider-Man.
Yeah, he had like a mech and shit. Like yeah.
Dope.
Way better than the American Spider-Man series from the 70s, let me tell you.
Yeah. I watched the shit out of that though.
They used to play it on Sci-Fi back in the day. And like once an episode, like, you know, he would go like this and then like a white rope would appear around somebody. Like,
Yeah. White ropes, you say?
Yeah. Interpret that how you must. He was also in Invasion of the Astro Monster in 1965. We were commenting on the ridiculousness of the Xylians while we were watching that last night.
I fucking hate them.
You guys look like a fucking shitty Devo cover band. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to talk about Zoku Sarayamon. Nope.
Can't do it, huh?
Yeah, not even going to fucking try.
I can't do
Up
it.
next, we have Ren Yamamoto, who was Masaji Yamada in this movie. Was in a bunch of Godzilla movies and a bunch of Ultraman stuff.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Ultraman Taro, Admiral Yamamoto, 1968. Ultraman, the original series, 1966 through 67. War of the Gargantuas. Frankenstein vs. Baragon. All the movies we've already mentioned like 10 times tonight.
Yeah. Oh, the Secret Sword.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but sounds kinky.
Yeah. Last Gunfight sounds awesome.
Oh, the Gambling Samurai.
Oh, yeah. Gambling Samurai, 1960.
What was the other one we were talking about? Samurai Pirate?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Pirate
I
Samurai?
wanted to be the Gambling Samurai. Yeah. Gigantus the Fire Monster, 1959.
All right, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Anything else? Rodan, 1956. We're going to move on. Lastly, Hiroshi Hayashi was chairman of the Diet Committee in this.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. Kamen Rider. He was in an episode of the Kamen Rider series from the 70s, 1971. Evil Brain from Outer Space, 1966.
Awesome.
Attack from Space, 1965. Shitto, 1962. No rating, so I guess that movie was pretty shitto. Yeah. Karate, The Hand of Death. That sounds awesome too. 1961.
It does.
I think I just saved it because Karate, The Hand of Death sounded awesome.
Dude, The Sinners of Hell.
Yeah, Black Breasts, 1960. Gotta mention that one. Kaiju Marine Kong.
Excuse me, what?
I like all of those words together, and I know it's not going to be what I hope it is.
No, Jesus Christ.
A giant monkey in a military uniform. A Ginosaurian?
Vaginasaurian? You're an idiot.
Yeah. For the record, I said Ginosaurian. Kaiju Marine Kong, a giant dinosaurian robot called Marine Kong, attacks Japan.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That looks not good.
Oh, no.
He looks like he rides the short Kong bus.
It's got the cleanest window.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that don't look good at all. He's got like googly eyes.
Brother, ew. What's that?
Marine Kong. No, get it away.
Burn it.
It's gonna haunt my fucking dreams. This dead-eyed kaiju.
Christ, it looks like the poster child for like the Save a Kaiju movement. Like,
with only 35 cents a day, these kaiju can. All right, that's gonna do it for the better known as, because I am not even gonna try to pronounce any of these fucking movies.
Are you sure?
Super Janes? Nope.
Emperor Meiji and the Great Rosso Japanese War.
You got that one wrong. It's Russo.
Russo.
Pirate. Oh, nope. I couldn't even get that right. I gotta stop drinking. The Pains of Hell, Swordsman at Satsuda Pass. There you go.
So you're saying like the show's not gonna be funny anymore?
Oh, fuck. I gotta keep drinking.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Yeah, that'll do it for the better known as. Ooh, we're just under an hour.
It's fine.
On the crapshoot. There we go.
Just play the crapshoot sound like 4 or 5 times, you know.
1877 Kaiju for kids. God damn it. That's going to be stuck in my... Fuck you, TJ. Fuck you for that.
Apparently, Gigantus the Fire Monster is just the U.S. name for Godzilla Raids Again.
Oh, is it really?
The same movie.
That's a way better title.
One thing I will gripe about in this is I'm glad they reworked the atomic breath. Like, because it looks kind of goofy in this, where he's just like...
Looks like a white mist. Yeah.
Like breathing on people till they explode.
Yeah. He's got atomic breath, yeah. I'm not telling you what it is.
Oh.
Is that Hey Boots?
Hey Boots.
God damn, it's been a minute.
Tuned into the Fighting with Friends podcast the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dope. You know what I haven't seen in a grip? Dave.
Yeah. Dave from Insane, well, formerly of Insane Games.
Formerly of.
Yeah. Yeah, true. What was I going to say? Oh, we're in the crapshoot.
We are in the
How about
crapshoot.
that fucking preview that came out for Nosferatu?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I cannot wait to see that
I
movie.
watched that like just before I left to come here.
Yeah, in case anybody hasn't seen it, the preview for the upcoming Robert Eggers movie, Nosferatu, is coming out, and it looks like a fucking
It looks
banger.
intense.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't just like make it look as suspenseful as it is just for the trailer.
It's the dude who did like The Northman and The Witch. Like, I think
no,
we're
it
in
should
good
be fucking
hands.
awesome.
Yeah.
I trust him.
I mean, you've got The Lighthouse in there. Like, that has its moments, but not one I'm going to rewatch anytime soon.
Not a bad movie. Not a bad movie. Just not my movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saw it once.
I've seen it once.
Yeah.
No,
Which is what I will say about it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, The Lighthouse checked off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely watch it. Like, if you're into weird movies, it's fucking weird.
It's a weird movie. Yeah, it's a weird movie.
It's fine. If you want to watch,
If you want to eat fucking, what's his name's lobster?
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe's lobster.
Even if you want to watch him and Robert Pattinson make out, that's your movie.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what's worse, watching them make out or the Lovecraftian horror.
It's both pretty gnarly. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Give you a piss shiver.
Yeah. The Northman was bad. I have not seen
The Northman was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since it was in the theater. I am due to watch that again.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. Anything else new on the fucking horizon right now? There's a couple of things.
We have Long Legs in a couple weeks.
Yes.
So we have our network movie night coming up.
Yep. People have been saying like that's really good.
I keep hearing nothing but amazing things about it. I'm hyped. What else? I watched a couple of things this week. Did I watch anything horror this week? Not really. There's not much like to be had in that genre right now.
Not new shit. Like I keep going back for like old kind of classic-y shit.
Yeah.
Especially because I watch a lot of like Joe Bob stuff.
Yeah.
So you're kind of forced to watch all this shit that you
dude,
either haven't seen or
I left the Joe Bob Facebook group this week just because because people were freaking out so hard because of Suitable Flesh this week being the movie.
But why wouldn't they? It's a fucking Shudder movie. There's always a Shudder movie every season.
Take a wild guess at which wing of this political spectrum was having a heart attack about that one.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
Yeah,
I think
that's where I was just like, my Facebook feed was like every third post was somebody either like bitching about like the movie, people outright like, oh, you're going to hell if you like this movie. Like,
really?
Are there really religious nuts in the fucking Joe Bob group, for Christ's sake? Like,
yeah, they're monster movies.
Yeah, like I was just like, you know what? I don't need this bullshit. Like,
No.
Unfollow group. Like,
No.
yeah.
Like, there's always at least one episode everybody fucking bitches about.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was last season when he did Perfect Blue. Everybody was losing their fucking minds.
Yeah.
That's a great fucking movie. Like, if you're losing your mind just because it's anime and it doesn't belong in the drive-in,
Yeah.
get fucked.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go start your own show where you can show
Yeah.
whatever movies you
Yeah.
want. Like,
You put in a little effort.
yeah. I just any fan group like is I just can't be a part of it anymore because like
No.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm toxic enough in my own life that
Exactly.
I don't need your help.
Yeah. Getting high on my own supply of toxicity, right?
Fucking A.
Yeah. There's a bad fucking atomic breath scene.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of looks like a puppy sometimes.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah. I watched Hitman on Netflix, which was pretty good. It kind of looks, they build it as like a rom-com, but it's kind of not. It's written and directed by Richard Linklater.
Who was in that?
Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick and the movie with Sydney Sweeney's boobs. Fucking.
Can you be clear about which movie that is?
Yeah, the rom-com that was out this past year. Anyone But You?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just write that down.
Yeah. It was a good movie. No, it was written by Richard Linklater, who did like Dazed and Confused and like Slacker and was the 80s version of Dazed and Confused. Everybody Wants Some, which is also a really good movie.
There's also The Stoned Age.
I didn't see that. That's the one with like Kiefer Sutherland and like Cheech Marin, isn't it?
I don't know if they were. Dude, I saw it as an Up All Night movie like a fucking million years ago. Like, there was the one dude who was obsessed with Blue Oyster Cult because like he was at a concert and they like shined the laser straight in his face and he fucking freaked out.
No, the Hitman was based on a true story of like this dude who worked for like the Louisiana, the New Orleans Police Department.
Oh, he was like a fake.
He's a fake hitman.
Yeah.
He would just pose as a hitman, and like they busted like a shitload of people who just wanted to like kill their husbands or wives or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he ends up kind of like falling for one of the like the women who's like trying to hire him, and like helps her out, like helps her like not get arrested.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I think I watched something else too, and I don't fucking remember. I almost went to see Bad Boys a couple of times this week.
Almost.
Yeah, I keep
He's like I had my keys in my hand.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go, and then like the time comes to leave, and I'm like, I'm not going.
It's just a Bad Boys movie.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw a trailer for the new Beverly Hills Cop. I do not like that.
Yeah, I'm a little wary. I haven't seen the trailer, but
and I don't know if I'm just like misremembering the vibe of the old ones, but this does not look like it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, like I'll have to go back and rewatch, but like this kind of looks like, if I do remember correctly, the Beverly Hills Cop series kind of got the same as like the Lethal Weapon treatment, where it was like kind of serious first movie with
comedic scenes,
and then they just like ramp the comedy up every one after that.
Yeah, like Beverly Hills Cop 3 is like
add the goofy characters as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a continuation of that.
Oh
yeah,
that's not great.
No, it's not. It's not good.
I love that shot. Just Godzilla roaring
silhouette
over the flames.
in the flames. Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
This movie's so good. It's so fucking good.
Let's see. Did I fucking watch anything else? I really like.
I don't know about you. I think I played about 20 minutes of a video game this week.
No, I definitely played more than 20 minutes of Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Yeah, you are fucking
I
hooked.
keep saying to myself, like, all right, I'm going to play for 1 hour.
Idiot.
And then, the next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
You can't play that style of game for an hour.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't even get through a battle in those games in an hour.
Yeah, I know. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, I really do want to play that game, but I might have to steal my son's Xbox to do it. And I don't want to do that. Because I don't know that I want to play one of those games with a controller.
Really?
It seems more of a point and click game to me. Not really.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not. I mean, you're going through, like, wheels of, like, commands, but it's pretty easy. I mean, you just pull it up with a button, like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been a console gamer for 40 plus fucking years at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see what shakes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't go to the movies this week.
It's pretty odd. I'm trying to think of other things that are coming out that I've seen.
The new Yorgos Lanthimos movie comes out this week, and I am definitely going to see that shit immediately.
Well, he's been on a fucking hot streak lately.
Yeah, he did Poor Things out in December. This one, Kinds of Kindness, was out like limited last week. It's out like nationwide this week.
Was Killing of Sacred Deer his?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good movie too. And then he's got another movie coming out before the end of the year again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I am hyped for all of it. This dude's movies are really fucking good.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going. I'm going to go Saturday morning to see it.
Morning.
It's the first day I will not be podcast. Well, except for tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't have a stream or recording to do in almost a week. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going.
You've earned a day.
Yeah. There's something else that came out too. I wanted to see. The Bike Riders.
Oh yeah, looks fucking dope.
Yeah. I do want to see that.
Yeah. It's a fictional account.
That might be a wait for streaming movie, though. I don't know if I have time.
You know what does look really fucking good is the new Kevin Costner Western.
He was on Howard Stern last week talking about it. It sounded really fucking good.
Yeah. Apparently he's planning like a 4-part fucking series.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
This is just the first one.
Yeah.
It did sound really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be interested in going to see that. I'm trying to think of the last Western that even fucking hit theaters that was like worth going to see. 310 to Yuma was the last one I saw, I think.
The last big one that got notoriety was like the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and that was like 4 years ago at this point.
Did that even hit theaters though?
No, it was Netflix.
Yeah, it's
Coen Brothers, so I mean, it's fucking huge.
But that's what I mean, like to hit theaters.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's like I'm trying to think of like.
That's why I specified like the last big one.
Oh yeah, like so 310 to Yuma, the remake of. Oh Jesus Christ! The
True Grit.
True Grit. Yeah,
that was like 2008.
Yeah,
2010.
dog. The Western is due for a comeback.
Yeah, all the ones that have been big have all been like Netflix movie. There was the one with fucking Engelbert Humberbatch. Fucking.
Excuse me, what?
I can't remember the name of it. He gets killed by a poison lasso. Spoiler.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
The Way of the Dog, Tail of the Dog, something of the dog. There's dog in the title. Yeah. It was nominated for Best Picture.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah,
I don't
it was
follow.
a gay cowboy movie.
I don't follow.
I don't
any
mean
of
that
shit.
in like a derogatory, like, no.
Yeah.
They were gay cowboys. Like fucking.
There were a lot of gay cowboys.
If you're out on the fucking range, man, a hole's a hole.
Yeah.
Go for her otherwise, I guess.
Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to get. I'm going to get a soundbite for that.
Oh, that poor girl.
Yeah, apparently her life has gone into the shitter.
That may or may not be true from what I'm hearing.
Oh, really?
But,
I hope it isn't,
Yeah.
because that would fucking suck.
Yeah, let's see. Like Brokeback Mountain again. Well, yeah. Yeah, it was in theaters. It was a Western.
Dog's Purpose. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is another like pick me up fun movie. I watched The Zone of Interest. This I think it might have been last week. I haven't talked about it though.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It was one of the movies nominated for Best Picture this year.
Yeah.
It is about fucking Rudolph Hess, basically. And like yeah. And it's about how like he moved his family like into this like fucking nice, like, you know, fucking mansion directly next to like Auschwitz.
Yeah.
And like so the whole movie is like, you know,
time to move to Argentina.
Yeah, fucking the whole movie is basically like a workplace drama about him like trying to get a promotion.
Yeah.
And like he basically wants to keep his family like in this house that they've built at the camp. But like it's so fucked up because like it's supposed to be like this picture of like idyllic, you know, fucking life, like a perfect family. And like, they're having the kid's birthday party, but in the background, you see like this giant chimney with black smoke coming out. Like fucking, and then like there's one point where like the wife is in the garden, like talking to her friend and they're just sitting there bullshitting. And like you hear people screaming and gunfire in the background. And like the friend is like looking around like, what the fuck? And the wife's just sitting there talking.
Is
like,
it supposed to be like absurdist humor?
No, it's like a dead serious fuck. It's supposed to be like a really like serious movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was like Office Spacing.
No, it's not comedic. Like it's fucking like it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But a very good movie. Really, really good movie.
What's it called?
The Zone of Interest. But then like they make a point of showing like the last like few like minute or two of the movie is like, you know, this guy is going through all these like lengths to like preserve this amazing fucking house and like, you know, this life that they've built. Mm-hmm. And the end of the movie is just like the custodians like sweeping up in the fucking like, you know, visitor center that they built over the house. Like, yeah, fucking
nice.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you.
Yeah. This should not be controversial. Fuck Nazis.
Yeah.
If you're a Nazi, I mean, you can find me at Mid-Hudson Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about stuff in the parking lot.
After we punch you in the face, of course. Yeah.
Speaking of Mid-Hudson Comic-Con.
Which is coming up in a few short weeks. August 3rd through the 4th. I don't know if I can announce the new guest. I don't know if I'll be talking to them. I made the pitch for it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But I will be there. We'll be there. Sorry, not just me. Jesus Christ, you egotistical fuck. We're going to be doing the very first Big Dumb Monsters trivia tournament. We have a Million Ways to Die in the West. Was a Western, yes. We have Nick ordered us a trophy this week, a golden trophy.
Yes.
For the winner.
Yep.
I
cannot wait to get that.
Yeah. We're working on some prizes.
Oh man, you know what I should have had some words misspelled on the fucking thing.
Oh, I almost had a burp there. Almost was.
There it is. You just had to talk about it.
Yeah, that's going to be gloriously messy. Because again, it's going to be at 5:00 on Saturday.
I would like to keep a respectable amount of slop.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to get from the con to the hotel before we get really trashed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be a fun weekend.
That's going to be so good.
Yeah. After that, I'll be part of a horror panel at FanFest at Proctor's in Schenectady. This is the week after Mid-Hudson Comic-Con. And then 2 weeks after that, I will be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con, representing Big Dumb Monsters. You see me? I'll be wearing the Big Dumb Monsters shirt. I'll have swag on me. Trust me, I'll have swag on me.
I will have swag, and I will have swag on me.
Be fucking swag, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flag me down. I'll have stickers, buttons, maybe whatever. I don't know. I'll be passing shit out there. I'll be hosting some panels there as well. After that, we are back at Saratoga Comic-Con in November. I don't think we have anything in between those two events. No.
Not as of yet.
No. Not as of yet, yeah. We might have things popping up.
I'd like to.
Maybe around Halloween time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? We should do some plugs for some social media sites and throw some words of wisdom at you folks, and we'll get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. All right. So our website is www.bigdumbmonsters.com. If you have suggestions for the show, things we should watch, things we should drink, ways that we can change the show, or whatever you like about the show, hit us up. Email us, bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Big Dumb Monsters Pod. You can find us on Slasher, the all horror social network. We are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast there. You can find us on Steam under Big Dumb Monsters. Occasionally we sign in and play some games, but not very often. I'd like to change that. We just don't have time. And that's it for me.
You can check us out on Instagram and Threads at big_dumb_monsters. You can check out our merch store at TeePublic. I believe there's a sale going on right now. So hop on in, get some stuff, get some shirts, hats, fucking swag.
Oh, they're doing the $13 shirts again?
I know there's like, it says like there's their biggest sale of the year going on right now.
Shit.
So yeah, get some stuff. You can check out the show when we stream it live, which this week will be for the first time ever. We have a TV making noise. We have programming every single night of the week this week.
Yeah, that's insanity.
That is fucking crazy. Again, like, we should probably look back since it is our 3rd anniversary show, technically. Like,
yeah.
3 fucking years ago, this started. Like, I was in that room over there. It was a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I was in my bedroom.
Yeah. Like, oh, we'll have some coffee while we do the show.
Yeah.
Quickly turned to alcohol.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it was alcohol even on Saturday mornings when we were doing it.
COVID.
Yeah. It was COVID. Exactly. Yeah. It was allowable. And we now have a dedicated studio.
We have multiple shows.
We have programming every fucking night of this week.
We have people brought in to work with us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just these
not
two
just
schlubs.
not just the two schmucks who sat on their fucking computers on a Saturday morning 3 years ago.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah. Actually, the first show had to have been like early June probably, because we had a couple in the can.
We had 5 shows.
And I think our
banked.
first episode came out July 5th or 6th of 2021.
Yeah, so we're maybe like 2-3 weeks past our actual.
Yes, technically this is our. You know what?
Like,
shit, we should brand this. This is our big anniversry week spectacular. That's why that's why we have programming this week.
God damn right.
We do have fucking some bang. Well, we have bangers all week long, but fucking, we're gonna be back tomorrow. Arthur and Bridget are back with regrettable reviews. What movie are you guys doing?
Waterworld.
Ooh,
sick.
Maybe he prefers Charles. I fucking love that line.
That movie's so good.
Yeah.
You've never seen it, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Just
really?
got it today.
No shit.
Bro, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. That'll be tomorrow night. Wednesday night, Bridget and Brooks are back with Fighting with Friends. I'm doing the
don't do the thing.
Bridget and Brooks are back with Fighting with Friends. That'll be live on Wednesday night. Then Thursday night, we have a fucking
brand new
special treat. Yeah.
Brand new.
We're going to be doing a live stream of the game Fae, created by Jay Moores. He's going to be running a one-shot session for us. It'll be Nick and myself, Arthur and Thor joining us.
Yep.
We will be streaming probably around 8 o'clock-ish.
I think that's what we wound up on. Like, we're going to get ready at about 7:30, and then we're going to start the show at 8.
Yeah. So look for that. This game looks like it sounds like it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
We did a walkthrough last night with Jay.
Yeah. If you're into fantasy, if you're into tabletop role-playing games, like you'll you'll want to catch
you're
this.
going to want to check this out. So please stop on by. And then we have our second new show. Well, this is like Thursday technically isn't a new show, but I don't know. What? Huh? What?
What?
What are we talking about?
What are you talking
I don't know.
That's going to be Sunday's show, TJ. God, way to fucking spoil it. We got to have a finale somehow.
Golden Shower show. The fuck? I'm not gonna piss from now till then.
Yeah. Technically Thursday isn't a new show, but it let's say it's the pilot maybe for a new tabletop
style
thing.
of programming.
Yeah, which we might have coming.
Yeah.
Which definitely we have to wait for Friday's new show to wrap up. I would be down to start it after that. But Friday, we have a new show debuting, the Big Dumb Monsters Summer Camp Book Club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which
is going to be super rad.
Yes, there is a huge amount of interest in this.
Yeah?
Yeah. At least judging by the Instagram posts, like it's more popular than anything we've ever put out.
That's because somebody more popular than us is promoting it.
But yeah, my wife Amanda is going to be hosting that. She is going to be, I think it's every other week. She's going to be talking about a book and the corresponding movie to the book, horror movie. She has guests lined up for every show. This Friday, her first guest is going to be Nightmare Christie, from Nightmare Toys.
Yeah.
Is going to be joining her to talk about
She's
Carrie.
so nice.
Yeah, she really is awesome. I cannot wait to have her back on the show. I'll mention that to her also.
Yeah.
When we talk. They're going to be talking about Carrie. They're talking about the movie and I believe the book,
Well, I would think so. Is the premise of the show.
The whole theme of the goddamn show.
Yeah.
It's starting Friday. I think it's going to be every other Thursday though. We have to do it on Friday this week.
We're still on Thursday for this, for this week.
We're the fucking...
We're the bread and butter.
Yeah, we're the bosses. LFAs.
That feels weird.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It is a big, big week of programming, which we absolutely intended to celebrate our anniversary. Yeah. This is in no way a convergence of many things just happening.
Yeah, it's not just everybody moving their schedule around because their lives are weird.
It's a big week for Big Dumb Monsters, so stop by like every night.
Yeah.
We'll be able to carry the show. Oh, good Lord. That's horrible.
You.
Yeah, thank you.
Jesus.
So tune in. If we're you don't like looking at us, there's going to be other people who you will like looking at on the show.
Yeah.
All week.
Arthur's pretty.
He's not a bad looking fella.
He's got that good hair.
Yeah. I'll be sitting right here tomorrow.
His poor beard, but good hair.
But we should probably drop some words of wisdom on you.
You all right?
No, I was just looking at that last comment, but
okay.
I'm waiting for you to take those words of wisdom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't let ghoulies eat your ass.
And never sleep in a deathbed.
Bye-bye.